All right, so let's quickly just look at the answers, see what we're expecting here. So this top one, again, it should have had the contact metamorphism on the outside of X2. Sorry for that. Since it's there, though, it lets us know that D had to be there first. So D is the oldest because the contact metamorphism in D indicates that at the time that X melted its way in, D already existed and touched it and metamorphosed it. After that would be X. That's kind of an X. There we go. And we know that because Z cuts across X. Again, cross-cutting, X already had to be there, and Z would be the youngest. You can always make an argument that, hey, this is on Earth's surface because I see a car, so maybe there should be erosion at the top as well, if you wanted to say erosion there. And, that's good. Really, most of Earth's surface is eroding at any given time on long-term scales. Let's pop over here. 6 steps. So what's the oldest? Superposition-wise, we're going to look down towards the bottom. So I'm going to go B is the oldest, working our way up the section. W is on top of that. And I look on top of W, there is something there, just barely. But over on this side of the fault, it's easier to see. On top of W is letter E. Then this fault would have taken place to break the rocks. Sometimes these are labeled in these puzzles. Sometimes you'd have to just write the word fault. I'll do it either way. And I know that the erosion took place after that because that erosional surface cuts through the faults. Where's the rest of E? It was up here and it's gone. It's gone because of erosion. So our next step after Q is erosion. And after that, giving us that unconformity, would be K. And you want to say erosion last? Okay, cool. But that's the critical part right there. All right, and the big one. Again, superposition. Let's work our way up from the bottom. And maybe you're saying, hey, is it D or is it B? Well, I see contact metamorphism in all of these other ones. So all of those other ones had to be there first. So I'm going to do this one across just to make my life easy with typing. So I'm going to go, the oldest is D, then J, then I, then A, then G. That part's pretty easy. Just boom, 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 boom. Next would have to be, there's actually 2 possible ways that we could do it. Remember original horizontality? These are no longer horizontal, so we have to account for that. And I see the rocks are all up at an angle like that, so I'm going to say tilting. Now that I've done this, I don't like it. I'm going to go up. This is normally how we do it anyway. You put the oldest at the bottom and work your way up. I, A, G, oldest up to youngest. So what's next? Tilting. And then we could say B. Hey, could you make the argument that it's B then tilting? You probably could at this point, right? Either way, right here at our level is going to be okay. Then what? Well, then we've got this kind of wavy line here that flattened everything out again. That looks like one of our unconformities. So we'll have to write erosion in there. Did I even spell it right? Then it's not too bad after that. E then C. And then we got this F to worry about, and we've got more erosion and H. So what's the proper order? What do you think? I would say F is next. And the reason I know that is because F is cut off by the erosion, so F had to exist. Then we'll get our erosion. And finally, we'll get H. And that's it. That's how you do those things. And there will be a couple of them on the quiz when we'll get there at the end of the module. So if you have any questions on it, please shoot me an email. I've got more worksheets and more examples. If you say, hey, I want to practice a little bit more, I'll shoot you a couple more. Your call. Let me know. Hope it's going all right. We'll talk to you soon.